Okay, quick top 5 video. This is my 5 favorite sets under $300 that have come across my desk over the past 4 months. May, June, July, August. I think one of these was slightly prior to that, creeped in. And then there's 5 sets that not quite a fan. Actually, there's 4. I'll go ahead and put that up for you now. If you're interested in winning my favorite, which is the Hype 2, I have a second one that's wrapped in plastic. It's never been opened. It's the same design cap as the original. I give away to this comment section that one. The other one gets the one that I reviewed, which I opened. You gotta be a subscriber. I can confirm, comment to qualify, and like the video if you genuinely like it, because it would help with the algorithm. Thank you in advance. Number 5 would be the Kryn collaboration, which is a red by Truth Ears. $48, absolutely worth it. It does everything pretty good. I prefer the blue. I'll just keep saying that every time I talk about the red, because it was a detached subwoofer type of replay, and there's nothing in the market like it besides my stumbling copy of it, the Con. But that's its charm, is that slamming bass, seeming like it's behind you in a car. I love that. Love it. Tupac is hanging on the wall. 50 Cent's Guess Who's Back mixtape is playing while I'm doing this review. I love the blue. Number 4 would be the EJ07, not quite. The 7 Hertz Sonus. It is a 1 dynamic driver, 1 balanced armature. It's lacking a little bit in the low end, very similar to the Truth Ears Red. It's got a little bit better resolution than that set. It's got a BA that's tubed. It doesn't sound like it has a BA. Actually, it just sounds like a really well-tuned dynamic driver, and that's why I like it. It's priced at, I think, $55 on sale, $65 regular. I think that's perfect, and I think it's really competitive in its price range, and I'm a fan of it. The number 3 would be the EM6L. I don't know where that number comes from, because there's 5 drivers in it, I think, so 6 means what? I don't know. But it's a well-tuned set. I believe it's got a... I'm not looking at the graphs clearly right now. I believe it's got a bass that's very close to my own target, which does rhythm section, doesn't interfere with female vocals or male vocals really. It can get fatiguing because it's got some energy up there, but for $109, I think it's very competitive in its price range. I like it a lot. Next, number 2 is the Quintet. 4 drivers, tuned like a well-tuned single driver. I don't get the fatigue that some people do, but that's the difference between ear canal, shape, size, length, personal preferences, X factor, all that stuff. I don't get fatigued over this. I can see how some people do, just because of my speculation of the drivers inside having a tendency to do that. But I love it. It does my whole library pretty well. The number 1 would be the Hype 2, the one that I'm going to give away from this video's comment section. It's got 2 dynamic drivers. It feels like it's putting out more oomph than the original Monarch 2, despite having the same bass line. And it doesn't fatigue, though it looks like it should on a graph. I just did the Emerald by Canara, which looks like it would absolutely scream my face and rip my skin off and make me feel bad. Not at all. Graphs are good indicators, but they don't really tell the story. The energy in the Hype 2 seems to be just balance the whole thing out well for me, so I like it a lot. Now, moving down to stuff I don't like. The DZ4, I won't get into it because I did a whole video. Engineers got to research stuff. I think here's the thing with the DZ4, and other people have talked about other sets like this where the graph looks good. I think there's some people talking about one of Moondrop's sets where it looks like they looked at the graph but they didn't listen to it. Does that make sense? The graph of something looks great and you listen to it, it doesn't really sound great at all, and it makes you think that instead of listening and tuning, they tune to a target. And sometimes that works, and sometimes, as we're learning as we go through this hobby together, it clearly doesn't. I think DZ4 suffered from that, plus a lack of understanding of the best way to implement a passive radiator. Number 2 would be the Starfield 2. It's more energetic than the graph would indicate. That's the end of that story. That's way not my taste, and it doesn't seem to be even similar to the original Starfield. Number 3 would be the CBJ Kanoka. I'm hoping that they start to upgrade and do this better, because a haptic driver is a great idea. I can't get the vibration like other people maybe can or can't. The video, it made me feel excited. It's not doing it for me, though, unless I use EQ, and the video kind of looked like it was coming off of phone, just playing music with bass, and I can't do that. So I'm trying to talk with them and work on how to kind of improve that, because it's a great idea. There's not really much in the market. I think TRN's coming in with a set, but is that going to require to turn it way up also? I don't know. And then number 4 would be the Rap Go Bridge. One of the along the lines of, wow, that's intense. That makes me feel like I'm going to be. When you take it out of your ear, you have literal ringing for a few lingering seconds after the music stops, and you think that is not healthy for me. The Rap Go Bridge did that to me, and I don't care what the graph says. I don't even remember. That's how I took it. That's a set that I wouldn't wreck. If I were going to go down to the bottom left and say hip hop, I would take the EM6L and the Hype 2 for that genre. For rock and roll, I would take number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, because that's like a fundamental. All of you got to play that to get on there. Reggae would be the same picks as hip hop. Classical, I would say the quintet would be a absolute beast. I think the 7 Hertz does it really well. I think all of these do to some extent. I think the quintet would be my pick for classical music, though. So that's it. I don't think that took too long. Go ahead and let you guys go. That's the top 5. The next one will be the end of the year, and it will combine the first video that I did for 300 and below, this video for 300 below, and then whatever comes from now till December, combine them all and then rank an overall top 5 for the end of the year, and an overall top 50 for the year, because I'll do that video too, and then an overall Money Trees top 5 for the year. So that's coming up. And I'm out.